Brenda. Hi. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Joan. Hola, hola. Junata. Hello. Anshu. Is it Ansu? Hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Quite a lot of you here. Hello, hello from Greece. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Oh, my mom is here. Hello, mom. Hi, Sarah. Hello, my friend. Hi. Have you guys watched this video? I love it. Hello, Benson. Right, so most of my tutorial, hi Polly, most of my tutorial can be used for polymer clay as well, or Play-Doh. So if you guys is not a cake maker, you can use the tutorial for other stuff. It's like this one. I think it's really cute. Hi Carol. So I have made a video, and then what happened is I just use a fish string and I just pull it. The action is quite smooth. So the tutorial is the last tutorial. So the link, you'll find it on my page. So today I am going to continue with this kind of theme, and I like to make things that I like really. And I'm thinking to make a helicopter, but today I'm going to teach you how to make this and incorporate into your, how to say it, the piece, the helicopter. So, or you can use this as a propeller for a plane. Something quite straightforward, I think. I don't know. Hello, hello. Hello, is it Resi? Insa? Sorry if I can't pronounce your name, so hello everyone. Okay, so I think we should start and check out my video. Okay, I'm going to put this away in case I dropped it. Look. Anyway, let's stop playing with it. Put it away. Right. Today I am using Saracino modeling case again, and because that's what I like to use. And I'm going to Rusty. Good. I'm glad I didn't say your name wrong. Hi Julie. Hi, hi, hi. Hi Sheila. Oh, I'm so happy. Quite a lot of you here today. Is it because I have put a post up like I'm going to be on? Because last week not a lot of people on while I'm doing the live, but there's quite a lot of people watch the playback. So either way, I'm very happy. Thank you for tuning in and watch my live. So I am going to move the camera now. Hi Anne, hi. Okay. I'm going to do this. Oh no. Right, every week something goes wrong. Okay, give me a second, people. The camera have come undone. Okay, so we have some blue, color blue, and I have mixed it with white. Hi, from South Africa. Hi, Carol. Hi, hi, hi. Right, if you like my video, please share it. It will help my page. And I think I enjoy using your cup and saucer format. Oh, thank you. Hi, Jane. Hi. Right, so hi Masa. I got some blue straight from the tub and add some white molding paste. I have orange there, I have some brown and black. And what I'm making today is I'm going to teach you how I make this and incorporate into the piece. Hi Dad. Quite a simple mechanism, and I have searched around my house to find all the stuff that you guys will be easy to find so that you guys can play with it when you're home as well. So to make this, you will need either a paper straw or a plastic straw. It all depends if your elastic band thick or thin. If it is thick, then your straw need to be kind of wider. But I think it will work because I have a thinner one inside here, but I can undo it and show you guys anyway. So this is the thing, and I'm using 18 gauge wire. 18 gauge wire. Right, so maybe I will show you the one more thing. I think you guys will recognize this. This is a part of the egg carton, and I cut the plastic bit off. And you will need that plastic bit there, the round bit there, for the attachment there. Without that, it will not give you a smooth action. So I'm trying to get all the stuff which you guys can find at home, and then we make this. And this I made yesterday so that this become quite firm and hard to play with. You can hear the sound is quite hard now. And I have cut out some wheels because I want my helicopter on wheel again so I can pull it. So the basic structure, the wheels part is just like the car. But I'm going to show you how I do the wheel again because there are people who are new today. And like I said, what I do most of my method, you can do it with polymer clay or air dry clay or Play-Doh. So it's not just limited for cake decorating because I am a massive fan of polymer clay. Okay, so what I did is because I was thinking, oh, maybe I don't need to show step to step, but I think I should just do it, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you guys like this tutorial, please share it from me. And what I'm going to say is my page, for the people who follow me, is nearly 20,000 people like my page. Once it reaches to 20,000, I am going to do a do you call it giveaway? Yes, I'm going to do a giveaway. Right, so I have cut this from the egg carton, and what I want is I only want. Hello, Carolina. I just want that circle there. Once I cut it, you'll know what I mean. My neighbor was drilling 15 minutes ago, and I was like, oh my god, I hope they stop because then you guys might hear it. Right, so this is from egg carton. So just a plastic tray from the container which carry the eggs. Right, so this is what I did. You cut that out, right? You have a little raise there. It's like a little plate. Hi, Jessie. Hi. Right, and then we don't want that bit. Then be careful when you do this, is get a sharp knife. Find the middle of this and then poke it. I mean, you could do this before you cut it out, but I forgot. And then once you do that, use a knife, and you want to poke it from there down. So let me finish this. Once you do that, use a cocktail stick, and then right. Let me turn all this round so that my phone won't focus on the letter. Why is it not focusing? Okay, so it's from this way into there, so that I create a little kind of like a mount there. Is it focusing? Oh, there. So you see it's poking. Wow, my phone is struggling. There. Then once that happens, that create a kind of like a barrier that will sit perfectly into the straw. So the straw, you see, I'm not like using force or anything. The straw actually is just, I'm moving the straws, but then the straw is kind of fixated onto the center point of the little plate, plastic plate. So that create kind of a little sitting point for that to sit on. Okay. So now we have that. Then we will move on to make the propeller. So what you want is, hi Sonja. You want to use a plier. Then you want to bend it like that, like a T. And then bend it like that. Then bend it backward. Like that, back to there. So it's something like this. Obviously, you need both sides the same length. And then you kind of squeeze it a little bit. I mean, I'm only just showing you how you guys do it. This bit here, you can have it longer or shorter. It does not affect the outcome. Then you will want, how I do the propeller, I'm going to show you how I did one side. Right, get some paste. Then you roll it out like a sausage. Is it Jackie? Hello from Surrey. Is it Teresa? Hi. Right, so roll it out ball. Make sure there's no cracks. Make it like a sausage, but you want thinner on one side. Same again, if you are using polymer clay, which need to go into oven, then your tube need to be metal. Paper does not work, plastic does not work. So get yourself some metal tubing, then you can use the same method and make it in polymer clay. Right, so you will put some glue there. Let me use the longer side. And then you poke it in, like so. Ideally, I'm just showing you now, you want to leave a distance which your finger can hold on to, because when you turn, your finger will stop where the wire is. So like this, I did not go all the way. Where the plate and that stop, that's where your finger go. So it does not affect anything. Then I'm just showing you, so your wire need to be much longer. Then I will use a smoother. If you guys don't have a smoother at home, for the people who does not make cake, then you can use a ruler and basically just squash it down. Try to do it as thin as possible, because you don't want to have any weight on the wire. Then you will use a cutter or knife and then cut it into a propeller shape. I mean, it can be straight, it can be round, so it's up to you. You can round it off. So that you need to do that on both sides, and you need the paste, you need to turn it like this, like so. So you need to dry it like this when you do it at home. So this is what I did last night. I dried that like that last night. So this is your next step, what you need to do. So I take that off. I'll put it back. Then you will want to make another one of that. Let me show you. Let me undo this one. I mean, you need to, and I'm just finished this here to show you how I did this, but you will need to undo this to put it into the plane, no, the helicopter anyway. Ooh. Let me undo this. So what you need is, you will need part one, the wire look like that, and then you will have done the propeller. Then you will want something like that, the same, but much smaller, and you cut both sides off. That one I cut too short. Ideally you have it like that length. Then this one, it show better, I think. You can see the mount that on that side better. And then you kind of sit there so it's not going anywhere. Then we will move on. I'll leave that on the side. And I'll put it together when we are ready. So for the people who didn't see the video last week, I'm just going to quickly show them how I did the wheel. So you will need a spacer. If you don't have spacer at home, you can get something like thickness, like anything thickness, so that you can, when you roll out the paste, it will give you even thickness. If you don't have anything like this, you can use pound coin. You can pile a few pound coins on the side, and then so you can roll it. Then I'll get some paste. Like that. Then you want the tallest side of the spacer. And you go like this. Wheel size is up to you what size you want to choose. the bigger the wheel, the higher the distance the helicopter will be away from the ground. So once you've done that, use a little stick. This, you need to have the same stick for the hole, and then poke it and leave it like that to dry. Okay, so now we will move on to let me move this away, to the body of the helicopter. Right, so we have blue here, and I have mixed it with a bit of white, so there's a little different color there. This is Saracino modeling paste. So get rid of all the crease or holes or unevenness. So make sure it's smooth. Hi Jessica from Chile. Right, I think I'm happy with that. So start off with a ball. Then you want it to, oh, I forgot to say. So with the helicopter, you want, because this is going in, you want that kind of at least that tall, the body. Doesn't have to, it's just that bit will stick out, that's all. Then we will roll it to a, if you have any mark that you can't get rid of, just make sure that it go onto the base. So then we will kind of do it like a teardrop. I think I am quite happy with that because we're doing a little cute one, so I don't want it too big. Ooh, oops. You can tell it's quite heavy. Right, okay, once you have made a teardrop, then you will put it on the table and then start kind of squashing it to like a fin shape, like fish. Now then I'll give it a little measure. Okay, once you are happy with the shape, if you find somewhere not smooth, roll it on the table to get rid of any finger marks. Then you look if it is kind of central. Right, I am quite happy with this. Okay. Right, before I cut the shape, I am going to insert the place for the wheel. This is the same method I use for the car, but I think before I do anything I should do this first. So what I did last time is I'll need a cutter. So it depends how you guys want it, but I think it look more interesting if it is like this. Yes. So what you want is, because we have done it on the table, so now there is flat, and then you can have wheels like that and that, but I think it will look nicer. Hi Betty, I thought you were watching it later, and then you want it raised up. I think it would be more interesting if the tail is up. So what we want now is we want to make the front flat. So hold on to it and then move the tail up and then squash it on the table. So you're forcing the base to be flat. So now it naturally gives you a shape that the tail is away from the table. If you find that it is kind of becoming quite wide, then use your hand to squash it a little bit. Right, so roll it on the table if there's any finger marks. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. And I want it to be kind of like a same series for my car. So I'm going to put my car right next to it and see if it will be too big. I think it's okay, but I think I'll need to elongate it taller, a little bit taller, maybe. Okay, because you know, when you want to mix something, they will look good when they're together. And what I can do is I can join them together and then I can pull it together. So if you want to elongate it, so put it on the table and then do this. Right, so it's taller now. So, okay, I'm quite happy with that. Maybe a little bit more taller. Do both sides. And then if it is like not even, you roll it on the table where the middle point is. Because you although it's a paste, you still want it to be quite symmetrical. Okay. I'm not too bothered with the front because we're going to cut it. Okay, so now that is like that. So the back wheel there, the front wheel there. So, oops. So I think I am going to put that one there. And then that one there. Right, this one is a little bit tricky because it's curved. So when you push it in, make sure that you are going in level. Ideally, is like use your finger underneath the lollipop stick, so that when you push it in, your finger is holding onto the lollipop, so that it's kind of level. So I'm going to put my hand there to stop it moving, and then I am going to push it in and make sure, let me stand up, make sure it is straight across. Okay, I I think it is. Okay, then get a long cocktail stick, get rid of the paste, and then we can do the second hole. Right, try to make sure the hole are the same height, and then same again. You want it to be same level. I mean, if you find that when you're at home you're doing it and then you go, oh, the hole it's not really in the right position, you can just fill the hole with the paste and then poke it through again. But you have to fill the hole completely to do that. Otherwise, then your structure will not be strong. Is it Isa from Peru? Hello, hello. So get rid of the unwanted paste. I think we can do that after we put in the... So we have this, and then we will put it back in again. Let me see this side now. I mean, if you have more than one, then you can do this, like, you don't need to do this twice. I only have this one now. Then you want to mark it kind of there. Then you want it to cut. You need a sharp knife, straight down. Okay. Then you want to use some water or glue all over. And then on the hole, and then poke it back in. Right, same again. Ideally, you don't use this before it is completely dry. Clean the hole. I mean, if it is not very sharp, don't worry, because the wheel will hide it for you. So just poke it through, make sure there is no paste in the hole. Then we will do the second one. I'll do this side. Right, I got some paste on my hand. Getting lower and lower. Right, so we will mark it again. And then we'll cut it. Right. Okay. Okay, same again, use some water or glue, put it all over, put it on the hole, then poke it through. Right, this one, the front, because it's curved, it's not like a car. So you will see that bit is sticking out, but don't worry because we're going to give it a little, how to say it? If the hole is too big, just close it. Okay. So something like this. Then we will leave this as it is. Then we will, let me put this away, use the cutter for the front, that bit. We're going to make the, do you call it cockpit? Did I say it wrong? So same again, use a sharp knife. I prefer using this because it gives you a nice clean cut, I hope. Oh, saying that, didn't cut all the way. Then once you are happy where it is, then you do a horizontal cut. Horizontal cut there. Just showing you guys. So when I cut it, try to be level as possible. Okay, that's quite a good cut actually. So it's like that. Now I am going to cut that bit. And then you want to smooth it back down. I mean, I could just leave it like this, but I want it kind of like have a color. And I want to have a kind of like a barrier at the front. Right, so I'm going to put this aside for now. Oh, some there. Okay, and then get some black. I don't need that much, I don't think. You want to roll out a thin piece and then cover the front. Hi Mona! You want it quite thin, but it doesn't matter if it is not thin enough because we're going to clean the edges anyway. Maybe. Right, so because I keep on going to turn it and then the base keep on sticking to the table. Hi Mona. And then put your helicopter on the foam so that you can just move it now. It won't stick. Then you want to add some water. Kind of like center of the paste. You don't want it all the way to the edge, because just in case you want to pull it back out. Okay. So ideally, if you guys are using the glue straight from the tub, when you're doing things like this, make sure actually you take the glue out, because the glue will come off onto your brush, and then you dip it into the glue, your glue will turn blue. So then we will put it there. So now we can see the edges. Okay. And we don't want it all the way to the edge. Well, the top we do, but then the front we don't. So the front, I will cut it from, I don't know if you guys can see because it's black. I'll cut it anyway. From that corner to that corner, and you want to cut it in slightly. You'll know what I mean afterward. It doesn't matter if you don't have a clean cut, because we are going to cover this. This is not our final. So now I'm going to do it like this so that you guys can see. Then do this kind of like there. This is kind of like one of my YouTube video. I forgot the name. It was a submarine, although in the video I say it's a plane. After I say it, it's too late for me to change it, so I just left it. Right, okay, so you just pull it off after you cut it. Don't worry about the edge. We are going to clean the edge, or we're going to put something to hide the edge in a minute. Okay. So something like this. I mean, you can make it taller, but I just think like if it is much taller, it might be too heavy for today. But I'm just doing this like this. So this is okay, I think. So that is covered. Then I will roll out some paste. This time, I will have it, I don't want it too thick. So, I'm going to use the spacer again. Is it Alicia? Hello, from Ukuda? Right. I don't think this is long enough. Maybe. Shall I try? So I can use this again. Okay. Then I will cut where the indent is. Then it gives you a kind of like with a line on the top. Quite nice, I think. What I want to do is I want to do something like this on the front. Let's see if it is long enough. I think it's long enough. If it's not enough, give it a little stretch. Okay. Then I will use some water again. want it from that edge to that edge there. Okay. Right, I think I'm happy with that. So here's some water there. Some water there. And then now we want to hide the joints. So we will use the paste. It's up to you if you want to cut it as a strip or you can roll it as a sausage. So we want the thin sausage go all the way around as one. I think this is far too long, I don't need that long. That's too long again, because I want it thin. If you find your paste is sticking to your hand, use corn flour. But I find it when you are rolling a sausage, when the paste stick to your hand, is better. It creates more friction for the paste to become thinner. Right, when you find your paste is a bit uneven, kind of uneven thickness, then you use a kind of like something flat. If you don't have this at home, you can use a ruler, but when you use a ruler, make sure this is like long and go underneath the ruler. Then it will give you an even thickness. That is for the people who don't do cakes at home. Right, continue to do this and make sure they are kind of same thickness. Okay, I don't need it that thin. So now we're going to hide our joints to make it look pretty. So you want to put it like water or glue where the joint is. And then that one is above the line. There. Sometimes the glue shows after you steam it, sometimes it doesn't. So try to be careful with your glue mark. I think water is better because when you steam it, it kind of disappeared. So cut. Where's my knife? Right. Give it a nice sharp cut from the end. Then always hold the end of your paste, because when you hold the middle, you will squeeze it and then it make it uneven again. Let me move the stuff away a little bit. Right, try to just lift it but not squash it. And then once it got stick, let go. Hold the end and then turn. And then move it to the top like so. And then drape it across. then that will give you a perfect line. This one I need to sort it out a little, so just cut it there. I mean, if you have time, you can smoothen the joint together, but I'm not going to spend too much time on that now. I can do that afterward. So use your spacer or smoother to tuck it to where you want it. If you see any joint is not clean. So that now it gives you quite a nice joint. Was it out of focus all this time? I only just tap on the phone and realize it's out of focus. Can you guys see? I hope you guys can see, otherwise it's kind of like a waste of time. Right, okay, I'm quite happy with that now. Then I won't add the fin yet. I'm going to put the the propeller on now, I think. Oh, actually no, I am going to make a little something on the front. Okay, let me clean my hand quickly, everyone. Where's the water gone? Oh, anyway. Sometimes you kind of put things on the side and disappeared. Okay, so I'll just hope the color don't go on. Right, I have some... Where did that go? Oh, right. I have some orange here. Hi Joyce from California. Hi. I have some orange Saraceno paste here. I have softened it in the microwave for a few seconds, not long ago. So we just want I'm making a little fox. This is just orange straight from the tub. So before I make it smooth, let me think. Okay. So you want to make it like a cone, like this, but you don't want it that tall. So I'm going to cut it. Well, I think that's good. Then we want the head. I think need more. Hi Christine, I am making a helicopter today, and the propeller you can wind up and then it will turn. Well, I think that's good size. Or do I need, oops, or do I need bigger? Maybe a little bit more. Right, I think the body needs to be shorter. I generally don't really stick anything down until I am 100% happy with what I got. So I just put it there. Right, that's the head. Same again, this figure is bigger than that. It's not, how to say, it's not proportion. Yes, that's the word. It's not proportion. Hi, Joanne from Yorkshire. Hi. Right, get yourself a cocktail stick because we need that for the body. Then after you have rolled that there, I will slightly, how to say, ooh. Hold on, that's the base. That's a bit sticky. Corn flour. Then you slightly squash it because you don't want it like a ball. So I am going to have it like this. And I want the head, ooh, the head bigger than the body. So I want this cone a little bit thinner because there's still arm to go on it. So you want scale to be kind of like this. Yes, I'm happier with the size now. Right, you remember last time I forgot to put the chest piece, so now I'm going to add the chest piece first. So get yourself some white. And I want some on the face. Okay. I just roll out a piece like this. And then, right, that's the front. I want a kind of like a little triangle shape for the front, kind of like this. Right, something like that. And then it's kind of like a beep. Is it a beep? Do you call it beep? And then you want to cut off the excess. Because the paste is quite sticky, I can feel that it already stick to the body of the paste. Right, I'm going to throw this in the bin. Okay, now I am going to, I'm quite happy with that, I'm going to stick it down. Add some water there and put that in there. Then you want to, that's far too long, so I'm going to cut some of it off. Because all you want is to hold it in place and the head. So I'm going to put some water or glue and then poke it in. Make sure it's straight down. Right, I'm quite happy with that there. Then put some glue there. And then with these, find the side you want. I think I'm happy with the front there. Then pre-poke the hole so that when you force it in, it's easier. Add some water on the stick as well. Then put it in like this. So it's slightly away from the back. I mean, if you want it more, you can. And you want to squeeze it a little because you don't want it a perfect round shape. So it's kind of like this. Okay. Doesn't matter if the head is touching the back. Okay, so now we are going to, I'm going to leave this on the side for now. I'm not going to squash it. Let me put that on the side. Then now we are going to make the nose. So what I want now it is, right, make sure there's no crease. It's kind of like a ball. Then we want to squash it on the side like this. Okay. We want it very subtle. You don't want a big triangle or something like that. Then you want it pressed there as well. So you create a kind of little nose. You'll see what I do in a minute. So it's kind of like this. It's like a mask or something like that. Then you want to measure it there and to the edge there. So what I want is, I want to mark it and then kind of cut it like this. Okay, something like this. Try to make both sides the same. So it's like a triangle with a little man at the front, like this. Then add some water on the front there. And then put it on. So you create kind of like a triangle at the front. Then you use your Dresden tool. I'll lift it so that you guys can see. Then I will go, whoa, give it some mark. This one I might have pressed it too hard. So once you've done that, make sure the side do that as well. Kind of like a mask. Right, it's something like this, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Then you want to give it 2 ears or arm. Actually, put the arm first. Oh, sorry, I think it's my belly rumbling, if you can hear it. I did eat today. Oh, thank you, Christine. It is small. I mean, you guys can make it bigger. I do like stuff quite small myself. Right, so we have made a sausage. And I think it can be a little bit thinner. Okay, so I'll cut that kind of there, and I want that thinner as well. I might cut it again, but I just cut it for the length. So it is a bit too long, so I'm going to cut it even shorter, but this time I'm going to cut it at an angle. Same again, the other side. Oh, thank you for sharing, thank you. Right, and then I'm going to put the arm there. Right, I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but I mean, you could put this before you put the head down, if that make any easier. Definitely will be easier for me. Right, okay, let's drag the head on the side, push the arm on. Okay. Then the other side. Okay. Do you know what animal I have made yet? Can you guys guess? Okay. So that's that, and then okay. A fox. Yes, it is. Right, so the side is look like this now. Then now we are going to make the what we want is we want a little ball. Okay. Then I think we can have a bit bigger. So this is what I normally do. If you watch my video, you know what I'm going to do in a minute. Are you guys enjoying the video so far? It's not too boring for you guys, I hope. Right, I saw some illustration. People put white in the ear as well. So this is what I'm going to do. Right, so this is stick to my hand, so I don't need any water. So I will just put two together. Actually, I'm going to put some corn flour on my finger. press it down and it still stick to my finger, so I'm going to dab it now so that it stops sticking to my finger. So I make something look like this, and then I will cut it in half like so. I think one side have more white, but never mind. Never mind. Then we don't want it round because fox's ears apparently is kind of like triangle. Oh. So I'm gonna squeeze it, make it pointy. I think something like this. I think one side is bigger than the other side. It's okay. Right, if you want, you can use a Dresden tool. You don't really have to, but then you kind of press on it to give it a shape. If you guys don't have this at home, the Dresden tool, people who is not a cake maker, you can find kind of something like a spoon shape and then do that. And then if you want the white to show more, you push the white to the top, towards the top. But you still want to see the orange from the front. So something like this, I think. Right, am I happy? Right. Okay, so I think I'm quite happy with that. Foxes. I forgot how they look. So I think they're kind of like that. So I'll find space there, kind of indent it a little, so that the ear to go on better. So you can see a little indent there, and then thing like that. And then you want to add some water where the ear gonna go. I hope it looked like a fox. Okay, now we are going to give it a little nose. Can you use the e-pick? E-pick? What do you mean e-pick? You mean cotton bud? If you don't have this, yes, you can use a cotton bud to do that. Definitely. Good idea. Right, you want to make yourself a tiny little ball. I think that's too small. Right, let me get a little bit more. Right, so you want to have a little tiny little ball. You want it slightly kind of like an oval shape, like that. Then you find the middle point. Oh good. And then put it there. something like this. Oops. I mean, you can have the nose much bigger, but right, I'm trying to flatten it more towards the paste. Right, let me show you guys. So it's something like this. Then I am going to add the eye. Same again, I got some edible bubbles. You don't have to use edible bubbles. You can use paste and make 2 black bubble. And try to make the same size for eye bubble. Otherwise you got 1 big, 1 small eye. I think they are quite similar size. But sometimes they are kind of like oval. If they're oval, try to push them in where there's kind of like more circle side. Right, before I push the eye in, actually I push the eye in first. Then you will use water slightly mark out where you want your eye to be. I think there and there. Because this is like oval, like I will push them in like forward so that the front does not look like oval. Oh good. Right. So 1 there. And then it looks quite scary when it's sticking out like this. And then I can't see. Is it there? Right, then you hold on to the back of the head and push it in. Try to make it like flush with the head. The eye is not very similar shape. I'm not very happy with that, but it's okay, I think. So then we will give it some stitch mark from the front, middle to the back, like what we did with the bear. For the places you can't reach, then use a knife and then make kind of a hole. Okay. So it's something like this. Right, okay, so now let me put this away. Right, I can leave them on the side, they won't dry, but okay, now we're going to move on to the difficult part. I think this is the most difficult part for this today. And we're going to move it back to the table. and get yourself, what you need to do is the thickness of your straw. You need to find a stick which is slightly bigger or the same size of the thickness of your straw, so that you can create a hole for it to go in. So you see we have the tube there, so we need to bypass that. So I need the propeller go down there. So I will need to push it down from there to there. Right. So you will find the middle point there, I think. Let me mark it. And then like that, yes. So you want to poke it in, twisting motion, so that gives you the minimum problem to go down. So make sure it is straight. You want it straight down to the bottom of the helicopter. I think I reached the bottom now. Right. Ooh. Okay, so it's something like this. Then you get what you have made earlier. Right, so we have the wire, we have this, we have this. So what I want is, I want that to, oh, the hole have gone smaller. Right, hold on. So that, the hole you made, so when you put it down, you might have closed the hole, so do that again. So make sure your tube will go in good. So I'm happy with that. Then you want to, because it's paper, you don't want too much water. So just slightly dampen the top and bottom. Ideally you want a straw, but I only have paper, so I think this will do. Right, so this is kind of like this, okay? Do this kind of laying on the side. You can do like, leave it like this. Don't worry about this. Take it back out. And then maybe put it on the front. Then it won't give it a flat bottom. Right, okay, so what we will want is, you want that, you don't want to push it all in yet. You want to have it slightly out there. Look, the paste color have come out. So straw is okay. But okay, so now we will assemble it. So what we need is, we need the propeller, the end bit, and that bit. So you will need to make yourself a little hook. You hook yourself onto the elastic band. Am I out of the, right, let me move that up so that you can see. Move that. Right, make a hook. It's easier when the camera is not in front of me. And then you want to hook the elastic band through the plate, the plastic, I don't know what you call it, plate or plastic thing. And then you want to push it all the way to the top there. Right, so you leave it there like this. Then that come away, so you just push it back. And then what you want to do is, oh, there's paste there. You don't want any paste there, so get the paste out. Okay, so you have a clean opening. Then you put this through. Ideally, you do this when this is hard, but I need to show you guys, so I have no choice but do it soft. So if you're doing it soft, just be careful, you might make finger marks. Right, so once it's gone through, the propeller is sit on the top perfectly now. So you pull that out, you pull the elastic band out, then you want to hook that in. Don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. Let me see if I can move that up, and then you can see it better. Wait, hold on. This part is quite important. Right, let me put it on this. I think you can see better now. Right, so pull the elastic band out, like so. Take the hook away. This is like a, how to say it, like a upside down U shape. Put that through like this. So that sit in the middle of the wire. Then I have already cut two lines there in the straw, so that this wire will sit perfectly into the opening, the cut. This is important so that the wire will stay in place. Right, if you tuck the top, that it will go back. Right, so I am quite happy with that. So that wire is already sitting there, and this wire. Okay, now once it is in, I'm going to pick it up, and then I'm going to move this away, push this in place. I will leave the base open, because in case if you twist it too much, the elastic band get broken, at least you can change it. So you just pull the wire back out. Then, like I said, the blue color come off, and then it go all over to the tube. So I'm trying to clean it off now. If you have any color come off on the tube, just use some water and then wipe it off. Anyway, I can do that afterward. Then I'll bang this little fella. The hand come off. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to put him back. Put him back there. Right, so when you guys are doing at home, make sure this is kind of, not completely dry, but kind of, how to say it, firm. Like when you grab it, it won't change shape. That's the time to do it. I mean, I am doing it now. It's too soft. So I think, so this is the propeller. So to test it, you just twist it. There. So that worked. And then now we will add some bits to it. Right, so to how to say it, to make it look more finished, I'll say, I will cut that there and that there. Gone everywhere. Then I will. Right, so when you want, you can leave it like this, but I think it look unfinished like this. So what I want is, I want to give it a little rain, did I say right? Or a little edge to it, but you don't want it to stick to the tube, because your tube is paper, so you might melt the paper. So I only have put water on the blue paste. Then close it, and then find the mid. Oh, you can't see. Find the middle, and then do a cut. Sarah, brilliant. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Right, do cut there. So I think that is so give it a tug. You can spend time to smoothen the joint. You can spend time to decorate the plane. It's just something fun. I like to make things, I like things smooth. They call it, the things I like when I was in university, I have done 2 degrees, and one is in architecture, one is interior design. When I was studying those, I have looked into a lot of kinetic energy and movement and stuff. So making stuff move and stuff that interests me is my passion. Okay, so now we are just going to add the fin there. So just roll out. You can use, I'm actually not going to use any guide, because I want it from thick to thin. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to, there's a thickness there, so I'm going to roll it to thin like that, and then I'm going to cut it like that. But I think that is too wide for me, so I'm going to cut it like that, and it will still give me the thick to thin shape. Oh, I think that way is better. So something like this. I think I actually like it like this. You can add a propeller there as well. It's up to you. Ooh. Right, so that looked quite okay. And then we want 2 on the side there. So I think let me think. Do you want it round? I think round is cuter. So you want something like this, but both sides the same. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to add more details to it. I think that's too thin. I like it thicker like this. So I am going to change the top after. Something like that. Right, so for the wheel, I'm just going to quickly show you guys. I think that's good. You need to put some glue onto the wheel. But I'm not going to glue it just yet because it's not dry. I'm just going to, let me see, hold on. Once this is dry, you don't need to do what I'm doing, but because it's still soft, I'm going to put it on something so that it's easy for me to put the wheel on. Is that the right size? I am going to sort this out afterward. It's not going to look like this. So, it fall apart. Okay, so it's something like this when it is dry, and then you can push it, and you can wind it up. Okay, so that's it for today. I am going to add more details to it. Ooh, fall apart because it's not dry. Ooh. If you want to add the numbers or things to it, then you can watch back my tutorial, my last tutorial. So I am going to add some more details. I won't take your time any longer. So you can put them, link them together. I think it's quite fun. This is ideal for a keepsake cake topper if someone order a cake from you. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching.